What's up, y'all? So, today's the day. Finally got everything painted and cleared that needed to be done. Uh, we're ready for assembly. So, we're going to start with the suspension on this truck. Get the suspension on, put the motor back in, start putting the tank steps back on. Excuse me. Probably put the bunk on, or the cab on, and then we will make a set of stacks for it. Then we will mount them, get the hood assembled, make a bumper, put the fenders back on, bunk back on, so forth. So let's get into it. So first thing we're going to do is put the rear suspension back in. Now this truck, we did a solid deck plate, and then I come back, painted underneath to match the Caterpillar motor. One thing is, when you stretch a truck, once you put the suspension back in, you're going to be short for the drive shaft. So there's two options you can do. On this truck, I will probably just put a white drive shaft in it. You can use stainless rod or aluminum rod to build your drive shafts. And I'm looking for my rod I use for drive shafts, and I do not see it. But anyhow, we're going to cut this and put a piece of styrene in for a drive shaft, being as it's white. So we're going to cut it off. Well, I'll just break it off. Break it off there at the input on the differential. We're going to take just a little dab of glue, put just a little touch on each point here. And as you can see, we are bottomed out for our pins to where it connects. So we are going to assemble our wheels. So they're pushed back on. Next, we're going to get down here a little closer so you can see this. This is the most aggravating part of building a truck to me. Now, on these spindles, you can see on these pins, there's a long pin here and a short pin here. Factory, they come, now this would be a driver's side wheel. Factory, they come with the long pin down into the airbag on a truck. So that pin would drop with your long side into that. To lower the truck, you put your short side, and you want your little L piece here with this hook, you want it to be towards the back of the truck, because your tie rod connects to that, and there's a groove tripod's turning on me. there's a groove here in this area, and you have to get all this suspension. And I want to check one thing before I do this. That's not bad. A lot of times these pins, they're loose, so that will make the truck set with the camber off on it. And I was checking to see how loose those was, but they're pretty tight. So now we're gonna go about this in a different way. I'm gonna put my suspension on my springs here. Lift y'all back up a little bit. This may be a lot of moving on the camera. Alright, so we're going to get this in. And I will show you in just a second what I'm doing. What I've done is put these on to this first. Now on the, see them four little barbs? That will have to go down. So we're going to, and this is where things get aggravating. Get our handy dandy tweezers out. Get this bad boy whooped. With the barbs facing you, if you're putting it on like this, if I don't break this. Yeah, this is my biggest thing about building one of these little trucks, is I hate with a passion doing this. It's my kryptonite. And I know I'm probably everywhere on the camera, but y'all just gonna have to bear with me. Okay. So we have that assembled. Now you're going to take the frame. See, here's one of your points right here, and then the other two are there. When I painted this truck, I left the suspension on the truck because I didn't want my holes to get filled up with clear. Or anything else. Now you got to make sure all your stuff is going back in, and it's in right. Now your steering works. I'm just pressing it down really well. We're going to take a toothpick and I'm trying to watch in the camera and do all this, so I'm going to put this on over here out of the way, and I just put a little dab of glue on in my toothpick here, because I'm going to come in here and just put a little shot there on the back side, just to hold that suspension in. Depending on the length of how long it takes to get all this put together, this may be a two-part series because of time. Here's my camera. I've got a screw loose, something in there. So we need to spin this around, and right in there is where I'm gonna put this little bit of glue. Just roll it in there. Go the other side. Put a little dab in there. I know I probably didn't get it in the camera, because my doggone clip that holds my camera is turning. It's loose or something. Hold on. We're gonna adjust this. So y'all gonna see that just for a minute, because I've got to fix this. Because if I don't, it's gonna drive me crazy through the whole video. And y'all ain't gonna like seeing it every few seconds spinning. So alright, let's see. Okay, suspension back in. Alright, next we're going to figure out why it's cattywampus here. We have a back piece on our, that's better. What it was when this axle went through, there was something keeping this from oscillating back and forth. See how loose this one is? This one don't have as much play. May have to take this part here in a minute and run a drill bit through there, because that's wanting to make the chassis, but it seems better now. Okay, that's good. Back to assembly. Okay, we're going to put our steps on. We are going to have to drill. Now I've got all kinds of little drill bits in here. This is what I use for drilling out everything. 60 thousandths. That's 70, that's a little big. That's probably 40, that's 50. Too small. Now this is how things actually go. I mean, it's process of building these. You just get it as you need it. Like I said, I haven't done anything to this since I've cleared it. All I'm doing is cleaning that front port out for that step to go in. But this is real time, real life, how it's going together. And then we're going to check our step. Make sure it's on. Now, I don't like, because I'm using the factory steps, see the old paint and stuff on there? It's wanting a step to set a little bit funny, so I'm gonna come in here and clean this up just a smidge. Try to get this so this set better. What I did was cleaned up some of this paint on the frame or on the back of the step. Try to get the doggy thing to set better. Okay, that one's good. Good. That one needs a little work done on it. You know, you sit here and think while you're doing this, you're talking to nobody. There's nobody there. That was good. But now, tanks. Remember, I think I mentioned putting your tank towards the back. This is your filler neck or your diesel tank cap here. That goes to the back. Now, remember, I also said I was doing away with the port for the back pin. So what we're going to do is come in here and do away with it. Backside, pin gone. So when we glue this, it sets straight. So that one's good. Now we got to do the same on this one. Port for your fill. This pin needs to come off. So we're going to whack that one off. Take a knife, just chop it off. And we're going to fit this one in. It needs got a little paint on it from, well, it's not paint, well, it is paint. It's a residue from the glue when it was assembled. So, you gotta clean all that mess off. Alright. Now, going to take our, and I said this in one of the videos, BIS, and I called it Boss Smith Industries, just BSI. Take our BSI glue, and we're going to make sure we got our right and our left right. Okay. I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on here. Not much. Put that on. Put our step on. And look and make sure it's straight for the best it can be for the pins. That one's on. Here we go again. Getting you out of the picture. Got that glue. Now, see, I got a little glue on my finger right there, and I need to make sure I don't get it on the truck. So these are on. Take our Insta-Cure, Insta-Set, Insta-Cure, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to take our BSI, put a dab there, and then I'm going to put a dab where I cut the pin off to hold it to the frame. And we'll hold this just for a second because it's a little loose. I don't want it dropping. Then you're going to take it, because you have no back pin no more, you're going to look across it and check it and make sure it's where you want it, because once you set it, you got to break it back off. Like I said, I'm just eyeballing this so I can check it. Now this, you want to go ahead and set this one. Going to do our passenger side. Take a gander at it. That looks pretty good. Take our instant set, put a little dab on it. Alright. Now, we can put our cab on. Hold it, flip it over. Short screw is a screw that come out of this. So, we're going to put our short screw in. Alright, that's on. Starting to look like a truck. We're going to go ahead and put our motor in. Check, see. Make sure it all sets down in there good. Something ain't looking right. Because our pins are going in our holes. Huh. Well, we're going to do this. Because apparently I didn't have that on there. I thought it was awful loose. We're going to put just a shot on our pins here. Because the motor goes back in. Yeah, I know I'm not in the picture. But I'm trying to look at this, make sure I got it setting right. There's your motor back in. Now let's see if we can put our cab back in. Cause I don't think I had it in the hole when I was doing it. I think I was in front of the hole. Cause when I screwed it in, it didn't feel like it was catching on nothing. Now, that's much better. Mucho better. Well, look at there, I broke a piece off the motor. Yeah, we'll fix it later. Alright. We're going to put our hood back on, because we can. Now, there's an old pin that was left in this. So, we're just going to put that in, set that. Now my choice tool for doing this is these pliers or these pliers. And all we're going to do is just push that bad boy back in the hole. And then we're going to take our other side have their tweezers. If I don't fling this thing somewhere. Get our steering back over here out of the way. And there it goes. Bash that bad boy back down in there. Alright. Hood's on. Hood and motor's on. All your joints for your hood and your cab line back up good. So, starting to look like something now. Starting to look like a truck. Alright, now, stacks. So we're at 26 minutes. Well, I know what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and put our fenders on. Do the fifth wheel. Do the badging on the back. And then I'll do a separate video on doing the stacks and the bumpers, because we're at 26 minutes and it's going to take a little bit to upload this one. So we'll get these on, get the fifth wheel on, and then just set the bunk on, because the bunk has got to come back off to show you how I mount my stacks. So let's throw these on real quick. So we're going to take our pin, which is 50 thousandths, which is a drill bit I needed a while ago. Then I threw back in, which I figured I was going to need it, but anywho, I'm gonna get it taken care of here in just a second. Find that bit. Alright. Need to drill them holes out for the frame, for the steps to go back on. So we're just gonna go in here and drill these out. Get that taken care of. So our steps go, our tank, fenders. I'll spit it out in a second. Our fenders will go back on. See how this bad boy, if it goes back in the hole. Yes, sir. Get that now. And you gotta put the back on, kind of set the truck or the fender at an angle like so, and then drop it down. I know y'all ain't seeing this. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to hurry. So there's that. That don't look bad. They need a little adjustment, but I think kind of added a little detail. See, got that little break there, and then we did our pieces there. Now, on this fifth wheel, I broke it. Broke the doggone thing there, which is no big deal. We're gonna glue it on. It's alright. It ain't nothing but a thing. But when I glue it, I'm gonna glue it in the upright position, so if it was attached to a trailer, it will work. You know, here's actually this that looks like crap, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna put another one on it, so we're gonna do that. All right, stickers for the tail lights. Now, I'm gonna reposition the camera here so y'all get a better look. Well, my toothpick stuck. Let me get some stuff moved. We don't need that. Don't need that. Put that there. Put that there. That there. Our old drive shaft. That piece gotta go back on. Pliers. That. Screw for our bunk. So I'm gonna upload this video today. I will go ahead and do the next video. And I know we still got a few things to do real quick, but I'm gonna upload this one today, and then tomorrow I will upload the tank, or the blah. I can't say nothing today. Upload the bumper and the stacks video. So we're gonna redo this because I've got to get right in front of this to do this. So here we go. Right. Now, before y'all say anything, I know this, boy, whoo, the doggone fenders ain't straight, man. So here's what I'm going to use for my lights for the back. So we're going to take, alright, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to do it this way. So we need to take our tailpiece, and we're going to take a pin, that's too many, so we're going to mark that. I think that'll be just enough. Before I do that, I'm going to wipe this piece off because it's got a little dust on it. Can't handle dirty lights going on a truck. Take my razor blade and cut that. And then take my razor blade and pull it up. Now, those fenders are so cattywampus. That's your redneck word of the day, is cattywampus. Trying to get y'all up right here. So I want to take these back off. Cause that is, well, I'm gonna leave them. What I'm gonna do, let's take a toothpick. And what I'm doing, and I know you can't really see this because the camera's lower. Let me get it up a little higher so y'all see. Oop. So y'all gonna be on the same. Now I'm looking into the camera doing this. So this is like a pet peeve of mine of putting decals on straight. And every time I do them different. And what I'm doing is trying to get my distance the same on each side. So when I set it, they look the same. There you go. Wow, that was a long ordeal. So we're going to throw this on. Just kind of give you a little bit of a look of what the truck, we'll come down with it. What the truck's looking like. Like I said, the fenders will need some adjustment. I may fool with this back tire or front drive, and then we got to put our bumper and our stacks on and antennas. So we got our stacks, antennas, bumper. I believe that's it. So that's part 7 of part 1 of assembly. This is messing with me. This truck is not setting right for some reason, so I'm going to do some work to it, figure out what's wrong with it, and then go from there. So let's stop this video, and then I will get on another one and download it tomorrow. Talk to y'all later, guys.